We welcome in the 600 win man to the Fox 54 digital studio, a longtime Augusta University head basketball coach, Dip Mitras. Coach, thanks for being with us. And first off, I want to focus on the historic win. I know you've had maybe a little bit of time to process this, but I mean, 600 wins. That's a lot of wins. Have you had
Yeah,
time to let that soak in?
yeah, it's a lot of games. I always say this: I'm lucky to coach 600 games in college. Nevertheless, try to win 600. So very fortunate to work at two institutions that were able to get some success on the court.
Hey, Coach, let's talk a little bit about what brought you to Augusta. For those that don't know, you're now in your 22nd year at Augusta coaching the Jags. What brought you to the city?
I was assistant for Clint Bryant, whatever years it was, for about 5 years. I went
Right.
to Hampton University for 1 year as assistant coach, and then went to my alma mater, Belmont Abbey, coached 8 years. Had some success there. My wife's originally from Lincoln, Georgia. We had my daughter Elizabeth, so she was probably 4 years old, 5 years old. And when the opportunity to come down here, I thought I could maybe stay in a place longer and build a national relevant program. Belmont Abbey is great, but the gym was small, the campus was small, and I knew at Augusta that there was a chance to do special things. And very fortunate that Clint gave me that opportunity, and whatever year it was, and happy to still be here 22 years later.
And speaking of that, Coach, as you know, 22 years coaching basketball, it's an eternity in your profession. I'm sure you've, over the years, with all your success, had some opportunities to perhaps go to some other schools. Why have you stayed here in the Augusta area for 22 seasons?
Well, partly is when you become a head coach. I think I was 29 years old when I got a head coaching job. You kind of like being your own boss. And my daughter was getting raised, able to see her play, and then she went off to college. And you have to evaluate at some point in your career: do I want to keep being an assistant, or go back to being an assistant, or keep being a head coach? And I just like being my own boss and be able to control my schedule. I love living in the city of Augusta. Like I said, my wife's family's from around here. And to be honest with you, we are from Augusta now. I mean, like literally, I've been here so long. And since I graduated college in 1988, I've lived 12 years in the Charlotte area at Belmont Abbey and 28 plus here and 1 year in Hampton, Virginia. So, like I said, it's a great place and just love living here and love coming to work. And got a new president, Dr. Keene, who's
Yeah.
kind of like similar to me when I took his job over. He wakes up every morning thinking, how can I make Augusta University a great place? And his enthusiasm carries off on all of us.
Yeah, you can really feel the energy coming from Dr. Keene. I just want to read some of these stats for our viewers. I mean, obviously the 601 wins, 467 of those in Augusta, 30th year in coaching, a nearly 70% winning percentage. That is amazing for those who aren't big sports fans. I mean, to achieve that. And Coach, I know you don't want to sit here and blow smoke about your own career, but just objectively, for someone to win nearly 70% of their games for 30 years coaching college basketball, what do you have to do as a coach to make that happen?
Well, you have to have great players and great assistants and a supportive wife. Okay, so you better get those three out there. Yeah, just keep plugging every day. Recruit every day, get talent, develop talent, work with them. Be passionate about what you do. It carries over to the players. It is hard to win that many games, and the success is basically many years ago. It's not about the X's and O's. It's about the Johnny and Joes. Let's make sure we get good players. And uh, I've been when we won our 600 game over at Clayton. The very first great player I coached at Belmont Abbey happened to be living there in Atlanta,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
yeah, it was kind of neat that he was there because he was the first All American. I think I've coached 8, 9 All Americans here, and like I said, it's kind of special to have great talent, and it's not easy, but I enjoy it. I get to wear shorts to work every day,
Yeah,
okay,
pretty cool.
and but every day, I get a routine. I come into work and just put my head down and try to make our program better.
So, what is, say, the average Dip Mitras elevator pitch to a recruit? Of course, these days you've got all the NIL madness and
Yeah.
whatnot, but even before that, how do you sell Augusta University?
Well, I say this, and I've been here a long time. We're different. And I always say this: different is not bad. Okay, different is we have 4 different campuses. Our freshmen live down at the health science campus. We have some guys taking classes on the cyber campus. Obviously, Somerville campus, majority of people take their class, and then we have Forest Hills with the gym. And I say different is not bad, but we're just different. We're not a frisbee in a quad. A lot's changed since I've been here. Obviously, the dormitories, the consolidation of universities, and just to come look at us. If you're a good kid and you love to play basketball, this is a great place. If you're into everything else, city's great. It's a wonderful place, but for a college atmosphere, we're just different. And I found the most success I've had is just finding guys that just want to play college basketball and get an education.
You've been doing this long enough to know that players will not play for you if they don't buy into the program, if they don't buy into the coach, if they don't respect the coach. How have you been able to do that? I mean, the success speaks for itself here.
Yeah,
Nearly 70 percentage winning percentage, 2 national title games. You've got the 4 Elite 8 appearances. I mean, this is a very impressive resume.
yeah. I tell them from the very time first I got coaching, I'm gonna be firm, I'm gonna be fair, I'm gonna be consistent. I'm very demanding on the floor. I'm hard to play for at times, but once the practice ends or games ends, I'm usually pretty good. But when that time we're put on the floor, I'm gonna be demanding from them. Even though I worked at Belmont Abbey, there was a monk there named Brother Paul, and one night he was sitting out there and having a cigarette, and he said, "Brother Mitras, they keep getting." We keep getting older and they stay the same age. Okay. Well, at that time I was 33 years old and now I'm going to be turning 60. The kids I'm recruiting are going to be 18 years old. And, the common bond between us is love of basketball. And like I said, just very fortunate to get some coachable guys. And, for the most part, I've kind of done it my own way and I'm not for everybody. I've been very supported by past presidents and current presidents to make this thing work.
I remember, Coach, watching you back in the early 2000s, some of those great teams, and the passion. Fans love watching those great teams, but they also loved watching you. There was another show, not necessarily on the court, but on the sidelines watching you, and they loved your passion for the game, your love of the game, your passion for the players, the desire to win. Do you feel like you still have that same kind of
Yeah,
passion?
I do. I like to recruit. I like to coach. My passion is still there. We've gone through a tsunami of injuries this year that are
Yeah.
unbelievable, unprecedented. I've never dealt with anything like this in my life. But I enjoy coaching. I enjoy winning. And, the passion we play with is important. And it's something that I feel that's important. As a coach when you don't have passion for something. And without a doubt, I still have passion for winning. And, when I took over this job many, many years ago, there was a lot of apathy and you'll never get the arena filled and all this stuff. And we're fortunate to get the arena. And I joke with Garrett Seiler, we got bleachers now in the end zone. We used to bring in soccer bleachers for those games. So, like I said, I still have a passion for it. And I wake up every morning trying to figure out what can I do to make Augusta University basketball the best it can be.
Yeah, sounds fantastic. 601 wins now. We never know exactly what the future holds, but do you go after 1,000 wins? How much longer do you want to coach?
Well, it's amazing number of texts I got, and they did a little video for me for players.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, let's get 600 more." I'm like, "Whoa, okay, hold up now." Okay, so like I said, I still have a passion for this game. The basketball has given a lot to me through the years. Here I was playing in the Washington, D.C. area, and Coach Bryant was assistant coach at Clemson at the time and told the Belmont Abbey coach about me, and I go to Belmont Abbey and basically changed my life. I leave the D.C. area, never go back up that way for extended period of time, and I get to coach basketball. There's nothing better to do than to be a college coach. One of the reasons I got into college coaching was if you do it right, your college is your best 4 years of your life, okay? Less responsibilities, and to coach kids in the best 4 years is really rewarding.
I want to go back to Garrett Seiler, one of my favorite all-time stories in the media business, just, from news to political science to basketball. I love stories like that where you have someone who's going down one journey. When I say you, Augusta University takes a chance on this guy. For those people who don't know the Garrett Seiler story, if you could just sort of recap it for us.
So Yeah, Garrett, my first year here, joins us, red shirts, plays the second year. Year 3, he starts scoring. Year 4, and then I'll never forget the day Clint told me, he goes, he's going to play in the NBA one day. I'm like, come on, he's not going to play in the NBA. So unbelievable. Played 1 year for the Phoenix Suns, pursued a professional basketball career. Last year came back to finish his degree because he played for a number of years. Came back, finished his degree. We retired his number, and then was a kind of an assistant coach, and now he's teaching in Harlem and kind of a volunteer assistant. Love having him around. Great personality. I've been fortunate to coach 2 7-footers here, and I always joke people like, when's the next 7-footer coming? They don't grow on trees, man.
No.
But no, he was a special story, along with those other guys, AJ Bowman, Ben Madden, those early years,
Sure.
and then the next cycle of great players. And like I said, in my office, I have a board that lists all the guys who played through my senior year, and I kind of look up there and say, what year was that? That was 2011, 2000, because it does run together when you've been doing it for so long. But like that first group was very special for me.
Well, Coach, thank you. I know you're a busy man. You got practice coming up. You got a game coming up. Who we got next?
North Georgia Wednesday, our last home game, and hopefully we play a little bit better. Hopefully we get a chance to win this one as well.
All right, let's get all the folks out to Christenberry Fieldhouse and cheer on the Jags. Coach, again, congratulations, and we hope to see you on the sidelines for many more years.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.